Welcome back. Let's hope everything is going good today. I'm doing a few videos because I have to go back to work tomorrow. Today's Monday, October 8th. And I am hopeful they're all turning out. I know I've made a couple of messes that I had to figure out, which I don't know why. I do that every single dingle time. But anyway, this is Alicia with the Struggle Budget. Thank you for joining me, if you're joining me. Wow, look at all those dollars. Can you see all those dollars in there? I'm gonna have to clearly, I don't even know what that one is. I'm going to have to condense that one. This is my month ahead. Oh, I bet you that's the money to put into that binder. These are my debt snowball type binders. This month ahead one is a true debt snowball type where you finish one envelope, you move that money to the next envelope, and then when that one's finished, you moved all of that money that you were putting in it each month to the next envelope. So it's debt snowball is typically for debt. In this case, I'm using it for a savings, for emergency fund and month ahead. So the first thing I want to do, however, though, is my daughter's binder, her senior year binder. We've made pretty good progress on this since December, and lordy, it's almost time for her to graduate. I feel like, even though it's what, October? That's okay. December will be here tomorrow. Christmas will be here, and then it'll be spring break, and then we're done. We're graduating, right? So anyway, this little binder has saved my bacon this year. I had a little mini crisis in December last year, December, January, when I realized she was now going to be a senior. And seniors have a lot of expenses. Just for example, something I would never have considered because I didn't know anything about it were senior overalls, where they take a pair of jeans overalls and decorate them as a senior. They look kind of crazy, but you know what? Whatever floats your boat, right? Well, we had to go find the overalls. We had to get the letters, and we had to get the paint, and we had to get all the decorations for that. Well, I normally would not have ever thought about that because I didn't even know it existed, like I said. So this little binder has kept me afloat. I wish I could build it up, get it done, but this is just not going to be one of those things. I have always and forever had a, what do you call this? I did not update this one, which I will either have to come back and do or do as we talk. This has always been a school cost envelope that I have because there's always school costs, projects, field trips, lunches, etc. This one is, this year is a lot of costs. She's in an advanced art program. There's a lot of costs for supplies on that one and band. So there's a lot of costs for band on that one. And then I sometimes can't help myself. So I donate things to the band, like for Friday nights here in Texas, they have Friday Night Lights, which is a big football game extravaganza. Everybody goes. And the band is usually at school on Friday. And then after school, they get a little, like an hour break, and then they're practicing, and then they go to the actual game. So their Fridays can be exceptionally long. So from 7 in the morning until 10, 11 at night. And so the band will give them snacks on occasion. They'll feed them usually on those nights. So there's always costs associated with some of those things. And so I donate some of the snacks, and I just bought some, so I'm going to have to put that on this list next. But anyway, well, I just went off into some story, didn't I? If you're still with me, I'm going to try to remember how I have this broken down. So the school band, or the school band folder, gets $150 every paycheck, regardless, because she is has a tutor for her calculus and for her statistics and analysis, because those seem to be two complicated subjects for her this year. And I don't want her to get behind, so we have a tutor twice a month, and she's expensive. She's $100 an hour. So you could see that I just haven't done my, what do you call this? My binder stuffing. I didn't do it on time. I'm super late. Like I said in my other videos, because I don't want to be adulting anymore. Just don't want to. At least not this week. I don't mean ever. It's not like I'm that desperately miserable, but I don't want to. I just want a break. Do you sometimes want a break from doing all the things that you have to do? I do. And so I took a mini break. It was more of a mental break. from all of my responsibilities because I get tired of them, honestly. It's like having a job, right? You go home, and this is supposed to be the job you like, which I do, don't get me wrong. But as a single mom, it all falls on me. And I just don't want to do it. I don't want to mow the lawn. I don't want to take the trash out. I don't want to do the house cleaning, the laundry. Take your freaking pick. Anyway, I'm feeling sorry for myself. So this debt snowball binder, sorry if I'm shaking the table. This one is a little bit of a modified debt snowball because I took a certain amount of money that I was trying to separate into each one of these envelopes every week or every payday, and I knew some things were going to fall through the cracks. So I started putting $5 in every envelope and took the remainder of all of that balance and put it in the one that was going to be due first. It saved my bacon because pictures, well, the band fee was due first. That was $500. The pictures were $500, senior pictures, expensive. And then she said she initially wanted a senior jacket with her letter from band and all of that good stuff. But then she's talked to a few people that have graduated and they're like, we never wear it. And that's a pricey little jacket, can be. And of course, she's going to want all the bling on the jacket and all the patches because that's who she is. So we saved for it, and I have fully funded this one right now at $500. She's not sure she wants it anymore. So we're just going to hold on to that. We will reallocate. Do you see that? Fingers crossed. We will reallocate to something else. But if she wants that senior jacket, she can have it. I'm not going to tell her no. And then we have the cap and gown. No idea what that's going to cost. So that is fully funded at $200. Really, I have no idea. In one of these weird little envelopes that I have. And then we got to the invitations. I think this was last paycheck, prior to this one that I'm putting in here. Invitations or announcements, whatever they do now. I don't think they do invitations because, like I said, you can't bring people with you. That one is now fully funded, and I'm super excited about it. And now we're working on glasses and contacts, which is not necessarily a school expense. This is an annual expense. But the rest of these things that are going to be coming up are going to be due towards the end of the year. So I can fund her glasses and contacts because we're probably going to need some more shortly. And the rest of these then we can do after that. The reason I still have pictures in here is because I'm not super excited about her pictures that we got. They were okay, but they were trying to extort money from you for the pictures. They weren't even wedding pictures, and they cost more than my wedding pictures did. So we got the smallest package pretty much, and they're okay, but we're just not 100% happy with the final product. So I'm going to start saving a little bit again to maybe do some pictures somewhere else. If we have to, if we decide it's important. So I'll come back to glasses and contacts because we're at 227 in this folder. I had to make a new one of these because it was an in and out folder. And I'm going to put my $5 in each of these other binders or folders that we are snowballing. So by the time we get there, they're not going to be at ground zero. They're going to be partially funded or fully funded in some cases, because I think the announcements were pretty much fully funded by the time we got to it. Almost by the time we got there. That's pretty fun because then you can just start crossing them off your list. And the pictures, I have no idea what we're going to do with those. We have some. That should be good enough, I'm hoping. But I can tell you, my opinion only matters so much. So we're going to put a $5 in here. And I'm sorry I didn't have these labeled. I just was excited to get going. This is for the prom dress. We have time. Hopefully Macy's is still in business by then. Since they've filed bankruptcy, I don't know how many times in my life. But that's where I find the best prom dresses, honestly. And they're not that expensive. So then I had thought about a class ring. I don't know if she's interested in it. The other day she told me she wants to use this for her art show at the end of the year because it is, I don't know, I guess there's some cost to it. Like so far everything she's done this year. So I'm still gonna save for it, and if she wants to use it that way, she can use it that way. And then this is just a regular clothing budget for her. I'll bump this up. I should put a little bit in here because she always needs a little something, because she's still a growing girl, kind of. But right now we have $56 in this. And this is not a true Snowball where all of these envelopes have the same amount in them going forward, because honestly, I started this binder, like I said, putting a certain amount in initially based on calculations where I had taken what I thought the amount was going to be and divided it by the number of paychecks left to when it was supposed to be due. And so they all have a different amount, not like a true debt Snowball. And then this one I thought about, like, oh gosh, I guess we have to do some sort of a party, even if it's just go out to dinner. I don't even know, but I hadn't been putting anything away for that. And let me tell you, last year's birthday, she just wanted to go out with the family, out to sushi. And I think we did a smash room, if you've ever heard of those. And then we also did an escape room, all in the same day. I was exhausted. And that was pricey because we were pretty much hosting everybody that went. And that was really, really expensive. But that was for her birthday. So for her graduation party, no idea what she has in mind. So this one, I was just gonna think we were done. I did all the 5s and I thought I was out of here. But that's not how this one works. So last month I had put extra money in here because I've had a lot of costs from the beginning of the school year that really depleted this fund. So I had split up the leftover. So we have $320 going into this binder. Now that we have filled all of the ones we're not currently working on, technically everything that's left over should be going into glasses and contacts. I am not 100% sure if this is going to be enough because I just purchased some things for the band as a donation. But I'm going to let that ride because this week she's not seeing her tutor because they're out for fall break, which we never used to have. That's something new now. So we have, I'm going to count it up, see what we have left to put in here. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we have 140 to put in glasses and contacts. And that's nice because I wanted to just save 500. So if we can do this every time, this one will get done pretty quick. Payday, and if I keep talking, I'm going to forget. 140. So 7, 6, 367. And some of these others were lower because we had more $5 to spread around. Let's see, where did we do one? I don't have a good example. But some of the amounts that I was putting in here, like this was $77, it was lower because we had more folders we were putting $5 bills into, so there was left over. So it is a snowball in essence that we're getting these completed, and those $5 are rolling into the balance that we put on the envelope the next time, in the envelope, not on it. This one I'm gonna have to come back and change out because I have a whole bunch of 5s in there. Birthday. I don't know what I'm gonna do with pictures. And these are not too bad, the things that are left. Clothing is ongoing forever. So there's that one. Sorry if I'm shaking the table. I just love that. What's this? I didn't put it in there, did I? That was in glasses and contacts, yes. I'm going to definitely have to condense this folder. This binder. And now with all these 5s. I don't even know if I can get them all in here. Okay. Well, that's pretty thick. Did I put it in the right one? Yes. Okay. Now it doesn't want to close. All right. Now this is my true debt snowball, and I'm doing it because of stuff's on a budget. She convinced me that $3 a month into each category actually makes a difference. And I believe it. I don't even know what's going on here. All right. Looks like I'm a week behind. I mean, a month behind. So I don't have a lot of leftovers that I don't have assigned to, what would you call it? A sinking fund. So when I only can do this once a month. Other people are doing these twice a month. Sometimes if they get paid more often, they're doing them 4 times a month. I can only do it once a month. No, that's not true. I'm doing it twice a month. So this one, this garbage one was my lowest because it's quarterly, but monthly it's about $36. And that one was fully funded because when I started this initially and then dropped it, I was just putting what I had left over in the first folder, and when it was funded, I'd move on to the next folder. Well, this one got funded pretty quickly, obviously. And then I went on to the next folder and I didn't have that much left. And I put $24 down, and then I dropped this, you can see, until August, because it just, I either didn't have the money at the time or it was not that fun. It looked insurmountable, all these envelopes with just maybe 50 bucks put in one folder per month. So I like putting the money in each folder because it's actually, even though it's the same amount of money, there's something different that it does to your brain. My brain, at least. Perhaps I have a unique brain. I'm sure I do. Okay, so I didn't label this one either. So that first one is done. This is the payday, and this is the one that I'm working on right now. This is the one that gets $6. So 3 from here, 3 from here, and that will give me $53 in this one. So that's $5 and $6 into this folder. And I'm definitely going to have to come back and condense these. I should have $53 in here right now, but I wanted to wait a little longer before I condense them because it's a lot of work to go through all of these and just condense it to, like, with say 20 bucks. 10, ooh, these are newer. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So that one is correct. And that's the one we're working on at the moment. So when this one is done, I'm going to take this $6 and add it to the next one. So it'll be putting $9 in the internet folder each month. And this one is pretty close. I need $75. We're getting there, but it's still going to be a few more paychecks before we do. So internet is $81. And this one and every one after this should be at $15. Ooh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't go through and look for the A-Bucks. I came back from the bank on this trip and then just split up the money where I needed it to go because I can't handle large amounts of cash without getting lost because I'm special that way. So I am going to pull out these A-Bucks. In other videos I've mentioned it. Recently I started, maybe 3 months ago, I started saving the A-Bucks for my daughter as a funny little graduation gift. Goodness sakes, there's a lot in this one. And she doesn't know I'm saving them, and she never watches the videos. So what do we have here? That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8. All right, so we'll put this, man, I'm just making a mess over here. Let's see if I've got $8 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are my spare dollars for my ding dollars and my non-A dollars. So in this case, I haven't done this one yet. I did this one, yes. Pretty sure. Yep. Pretty sure I put it in there. And again, sorry, I wanted to start the video and I get so excited and I forget that I haven't labeled anything. So $3 in this one. And did I count that last one? I'll count this one because they should all be 15 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So everything now should be $15. And this one is for electricity. And I feel like here in Texas we have, I don't know, I guess an open market. And so every 6 months to a few years, you have to choose your electricity provider. They have someone that does the lines, and then they have someone that's wholesale, that sells you the actual electricity. So I have 2 charges on my electric bill. One is for the lines, and one is for the cost of the actual electricity. It's not terrible. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to continue to find new companies because the rates don't stay the same. They change. You have to go and see who has a better rate at the time or better terms on their contract. You can sign up for companies that will do that work for you. But then you're paying them a fee every month to have that service in some cases. And when I first got here, I was so confused by how that worked because in Northern California, we have PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, and you pay what they say you're going to pay, which was pretty pricey in a lot of cases, and it's still pretty pricey. This one has been less expensive, but perhaps it's because I'm in a newer house with better insulation. I'm not sure. But winter is my most expensive time of the year. This one is home insurance. So, I don't know. It might be good. It might not be good. Like I said, I'm just tired of adulting right now. I don't want to. So I'm just going to go and keep my head above water, do what I have to do until I want to. Until I want to do it again. I'm hoping I want to do it again. So let's see, this one's for car insurance. Did I say what this one was for? Home insurance. Oh, love insurance. I'm going to have to do some creative financing on the insurances this next year because they've just gone through the roof. So I'm going to have to cut coverage if I can, potentially, or potentially change coverage, change carriers. We shall see. I don't know what the solution is going to be because if they don't stop, they will price people out of the market. And some people in some areas are already losing their houses because they can't afford the insurance for their house and they still have a loan, and the loan requires that you carry insurance. So I don't want that to happen. I don't think anybody wants that to happen. So this one is for my house payment. Just the house payment, not insurance and taxes. +3. So, I don't know. What are you guys doing? Are you looking around? I know some people are talking about trying to save money. I'm on some budgeting Facebook pages, and everybody's always trying to find better ways to save money and put money aside and not sink in this particular economy that we're in. And sometimes you got to get really creative. And sometimes there's just nothing else you can do. And life throws a curveball at you and you have to make adjustments. Man, I like the newer dollars. I need more of the newer dollars. Some of these have been chewed on. And this one was what? Groceries. I'm putting groceries in. Groceries are one of the big deals too right now. I mean, I can always cut back on some stuff, but at some point you can no longer keep cutting back. So you can only do some of these cost strategies for a little while, and if the prices keep going, something else is going to have to happen. Something is going to have to give. Something is going to change. So that was my last envelope in this binder, and it was for COBRA, or medical coverage. Because I say COBRA because if I have to use this binder, I'm assuming it's because I'm not working at the moment. So that was my true my true Snowball month ahead binder. I really enjoy doing them. I don't even know why. Maybe it's because I'm playing with the money. I'm not sure. But that's it for this week. Thank you on joining me. I hope you stayed with me for a while, enjoyed some of my random conversation. Please comment, like, subscribe. Comment is important. I'm trying to find people that do this, and I'm enjoying talking to anybody in the comments. So please comment, even if it's, to criticize or tell me I did something wrong or whatever. anything. Stop shaking the table, because that drives me bananas, and I'm shaking the table, I'm sure. So anyway, you have a good rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video.